Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 6 of Kody Brown's most memorable hairstyles throughout his career. While navigating the ups and downs of his polygamous life with 4 wives, Kody Brown from Sister Wives has always had trouble with his hair. Kody currently has blonde, curly, and chin-length hair that looks fuller. However, there is a noticeable bald spot on his crown. His hair has always been a source of pride, despite the occasional bad hair day. Over the past 14 years and 19 seasons of Sister Wives, his hair obsession has only intensified. Kody has even faced criticism for spending on extensions when his wives and children were struggling. Throughout it all, his exes have shared with the cameras that Kody Brown dedicates a lot of time to caring for his locks. His friends and family have voiced their frustrations, often waiting for him as he spends time styling his hair. Over the years, the Brown family has seen Kody try everything from a man bun to a more laid-back, hippie-inspired look. Kody's hair is even referred to as his 5th wife in a humorous way by the wives. The father of 18 embraces daring hairstyles, often without much finesse. When the show first aired, Kody's hair was straight but not long enough to reach his shoulders. Similarly, as the show progressed, wives became convinced that their husband required a haircut. It took him a long time to come up with a haircare routine that made him look a little more presentable. With his 2021 hair, Kody needed a serious makeover. His wild, unmanageable hair took center stage when it came to discussing Kody's worst hairstyles on the show among fans. It was difficult to decipher what he was doing to achieve this kind of shaggy look. It appears as if Kody blow-dried his hair a lot and damaged it in the process. Given that Kody has naturally curly hair, his frizzy hair when he wore it straight may have been caused by him constantly fussing over it by styling it, using products, etc., and probably using the wrong kind of brush to dry it. He also may have had a bad haircut. Kody's hair has gone through several transformations, from darker, straight locks to his signature curly blonde coiffure. Despite the fact that Kody's hair is wavy, it is fine and probably low density, which is why it appeared dry and lacks moisture when he is not taking care of it. However, there have been numerous misses in addition to the hits. Kody had once styled it into a mohawk that didn't make him look stylish but instead showed off his receding hairline. It was then that Sister Wives fans thought it would have been better if he entirely got rid of his hair and went for a clean, shaved look instead. Kody's hair has been discussed as if it were a metaphor for his life, like the way Kody is still in denial over his being at fault for the demise of his relationships. Kody is not able to accept that the glory days of his hair are done and gone. When compared to his brothers, who have accepted their male-patterned baldness, Kody's curls have begun to hang off his head in strips whenever he bends, making him appear far less stylish and well-maintained. In this case, a mohawk was certainly not something that Kody should have opted for, no matter how trendy it had been then. If a mohawk was a bad idea, a man bun was perhaps Kody's most uncomplimentary style. He tied his hair into a sleek bun with no loose, flying tendrils of hair that usually framed his face softly left to be seen. Kody knotted it with a twist to give it some texture and combed it all back, high above his ears. It was Kody's idea to show off his undercut fade in the back and the sides. However, Kody's scanty sideburns didn't fade into his undercut. Kody's hairstyle was also a failure because his temples were beginning to recede, forming an M shape. It gave him an uneven hairline and a hairstyle that helped minimize the appearance of thinning hair and would have helped Kody's case better. Kody's undercut and man bun would have drawn attention, but they couldn't have helped hide the hairline. If Kody really wanted to completely switch up his style, he could have gone for a classic side part for a polished and elegant appearance and something that's better suited for his current age. Straight hair was Kody's best friend for a while, even though he's come to love his curls now. He had straightened his hair out so he could look like Mary's crush, Keith Urban. Sadly, Kody's straight hairstyle ended up looking a lot like Mary's. As the couple enjoyed their date, their matching hairstyles became the main focus. Kody's ultra-straight hair didn't suit him well, as that style tends to look better on country singers or perhaps someone with a healthier hair texture. At one point in the show, Kody's wives showed him how to use the product and scrunch his hair to create the recognizable ringlets he now adores. It was a big deal to him, and he was really excited about how his hair turned out. Kody owns his curly hair look now. He's invested in products that moisturize his locks, and with him shaving off the dry bits on the side and underneath, Kody's hair truly transformed. The men in Kody's family don't seem to have been blessed with hair like this, via ET. In a recent episode, when Kody went to visit his brothers Michael and Scott, the two of them couldn't help but laugh as they compared their bald heads to Kody's mane. Kody came to the scene with his hair in a net, and as he took it off, he admitted that taking care of his hair required a lot of work. Kody revealed that if he didn't dry it right, the curls won't happen. Kody's family revealed that even when he was a teenager, his hair was really important to him. "Don't be jealous," Kody told his brothers, as they admitted it was a lot of work. Kody confirmed that he had colored all of his hair. As he got older, he didn't like it becoming gray. The hairnet helped protect the curls. Kody bent down and started scrunching his hair using his fingers. He admitted that he didn't want to blow dry for the entire time. "It's a little cheesy, but it works," Kody told the cameras with a giggle. There have been several discussions about Kody's hair among Sister Wives fans by this point. His messy looks in previous seasons have made fans wonder if he should just go short. Kody's hairstyles are always judged, and the pressure may have caused him to constantly strive for perfection. The snark about Kody's cooked ramen noodles hair is strong, with commentators sometimes wishing that Kody would consider going back to his clean-cut short hair look, which can be seen in his early 90s throwback photos. Despite having found the hairdo that did wonders for him, Kody decided to wear a cloth headband that was too tight for his head and pulled all his hair back, even sunglasses, further enhancing his widow's peak. However, there have recently been comments about Kody wearing a flesh headband where the two tendrils at the front near his forehead appear to be hanging on for dear life. The star of Sister Wives is too attached to his hair, so he now has two options: shave it off or get treatment to grow it back. Kody Brown's plea for Robyn to move on, a fractured dream and a shift to monogamy. The dissolution of Kody Brown's plural marriage on TLC's Sister Wives has culminated in a poignant dynamic between him and his sole remaining wife, Robyn Brown. Once the patriarch of a sprawling polygamist family, Kody now finds himself in a monogamous relationship, a reality he insists Robyn must accept, even as she grapples with the loss of their shared vision. This tension forms the emotional core of the show's recent seasons, revealing a man eager to shed the past and a woman mourning the collapse of her ideals. The collapse of the plural family dream. Kody's journey from a self-proclaimed functional polygamist to a disillusioned monogamist is marked by bitterness and regret. After the departures of his three other wives, Christine, 2021, Janelle, 2022, and Mary, 2023, Kody has openly declared that the plural marriage experiment was never meant to be five. He attributes the breakdown to irreconcilable differences, particularly with Janelle, whom he claims no longer shares his goals. "We're just not matching up. She wants to do things different than what I want to do for." This sentiment extends to his broader disillusionment, as he now views polygamy as a failed ideology, stating, "The message that we had to the world about functional polygamy seems so dysfunctional now." For Robyn, however, the unraveling of the family represents a profound personal loss. She entered the marriage in 2010 with a fervent belief in the plural lifestyle, often envisioning a future where the wives would grow old together. In a confessional, she lamented, "This isn't what I wanted for my life. I'm just sort of stuck too." Her emotional struggle is compounded by Kody's insistence that she relinquish her attachment to the past. During a raw conversation in season 19, Kody urged her to move on from the dream he sold her, bluntly concluding, "It was never meant to work." 5. This stark contrast between Robyn's lingering hopes and Kody's hardened realism underscores their marital strife. Robyn's grief and identity crisis. Robyn's grief is multifaceted. Beyond the loss of the sister-wife dynamic, she faces an identity crisis, having defined herself within the plural framework for over a decade. In a confessional, she admitted, "I'm struggling with my identity. I don't see my future anymore." 5. Her pain is exacerbated by Kody's shifting narrative about his past relationships. When Robyn pressed him on whether he ever loved his former wives, Kody's ambiguous responses, such as claiming he hadn't understood deep divine love in earlier marriages, left her questioning the authenticity of their shared history too. Moreover, Robyn's loyalty to Kody has isolated her from both the family and the audience. Fans have criticized her for defending Kody's actions, even as he alienated Christine, Janelle, and Mary. For instance, during Christine's divorce, Robyn framed the split as a mutual failure rather than acknowledging Kody's role, leading viewers to perceive her as complicit in the family's breakdown. This dynamic has left Robyn in a precarious position, torn between supporting her husband and mourning the plural structure she once championed. Kody's actions, escaping the past. Kody's desire to move on is not merely rhetorical, it has manifested in tangible decisions. In 2024, he and Robyn sold their Flagstaff home, a symbol of their fractured family, for $2.1 million property under a revocable trust, a move perceived as an attempt to shield assets amid legal battles with Christine III. This financial maneuvering reflects Kody's broader urge to distance himself from the remnants of his polygamous life. His restlessness extends beyond real estate. In a January 2025 episode, Kody revealed a desire to relocate to Europe, stating, "I want to get away from this where I can't see it or be bombarded by it or feel it anymore." 7. This escapist impulse highlights his inability to reconcile with the family's public unraveling and the emotional toll of ongoing conflicts. Robyn, however, has resisted such drastic changes, clinging to the hope of reconciliation even as Kody dismisses it. The impact of external pressures. External factors have further strained their relationship. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated existing fissures, with Robyn describing it as part of a perfect storm that destabilized the family. 6. Additionally, the tragic suicide of their son Garrison in March 2024 cast a shadow over the Browns, compounding Robyn's sense of loss. 4. Public scrutiny has also taken its toll. Kody's portrayal as a villain in later seasons, and Robyn's perceived role in the divorces, has fueled resentment. Robyn's absence from social media since 2019 and the couple's retreat from public life suggest a retreat from judgment. 8. The road ahead, monogamy or renewal? As Sister Wives transitions into a monogamy-centric narrative, questions linger about Kody and Robyn's future. Kody has expressed regret over his handling of the divorces, admitting, "There's even the regret of the divorce," being angry during those divorces. 7. Yet he remains adamant about moving forward, even teasing a vow renewal with Robyn to redefine their relationship. 8. For Robyn, the challenge lies in reconciling her ideals with reality. Her tearful confessionals and insistence that the ex-wives could work it out reveal a woman struggling to let go too. Whether she can adapt to monogamy, or whether Kody's restlessness will drive further conflict, remains uncertain. What is clear is that the dream of a harmonious plural family has irrevocably shattered, leaving Kody and Robyn to navigate a fractured legacy alone. Fan backlash and calls for cancellation, the fall of Kody and Robyn Brown on Sister Wives. The once celebrated polygamist family of TLC's Sister Wives has devolved into a saga of resentment, financial strife, and fractured relationships, culminating in widespread fan demands for Kody Brown and Robyn Brown to be removed from the show. As season 19 unfolds, viewers have grown increasingly vocal about their disdain for the couple, labeling Kody a deadbeat dad and accusing Robyn of complicity in the family's disintegration. This outcry reflects not only dissatisfaction with their storyline but also broader frustrations with their perceived hypocrisy, financial mismanagement, and emotional neglect. 267. The unraveling of the Brown family dynamic. Kody's transition from a polygamist patriarch to a monogamous husband has alienated both his family and the audience. His marriages to Mary, Janelle, and Christine dissolved between 2021 and 2023, leaving Robyn as his sole partner. Fans argue that the couple's remaining screen time lacks substance, focusing instead on repetitive conflicts and Kody's refusal to reconcile with his estranged children. For instance, a heated argument in October 2024 saw Kody storm out of their Flagstaff home after Robyn urged him to reconnect with his older children, whom he accused of betrayal. 11. This dismissive attitude, coupled with his failure to address long-standing financial disputes over the Coyote Pass property, has cemented his reputation as a divisive figure. 715. Robyn, meanwhile, faces criticism for her perceived role in the family's collapse. Despite entering the marriage in 2010 as a proponent of pluralism, she has been accused of monopolizing Kody's attention and enabling his estrangement from other wives and children. Her attempts to reframe the divorces as mutual failures, rather than acknowledging Kody's favoritism, have further eroded viewer sympathy. In one confessional, she lamented, "This isn't what I wanted for my life," yet fans argue her actions contradict her professed ideals. 316. Financial controversies and hypocrisy. Financial mismanagement has become a central theme in the backlash. Kody and Robyn's decision to sell their Flagstaff home for a $2.1 million mansion, a move that starkly contrasted with Janelle and Mary's financial struggles. Janelle, who remains co-owner of Coyote Pass, publicly criticized Kody for leaving her with no money to my name while splurging on luxury items like a $1,100 David Yurman necklace. 15. This disparity has fueled accusations of greed and irresponsibility, with fans labeling their behavior repulsive. 7. The deadbeat dad label and estranged children. Kody's strained relationships with his children have become a focal point of fan outrage. His refusal to reconcile with adult children, particularly sons Gabriel and Garrison, who clashed with him over COVID-19 rules, has drawn sharp criticism. In a poignant moment, Robyn pleaded with Kody to camp out on their doorsteps to mend ties, but he dismissed the idea, stating, "I'm not abandoning my children. They have betrayed me." 11. This stance, compounded by the tragic suicide of Garrison in March 2024, has painted Kody as emotionally neglectful and self-centered. 15. Fans argue that his inability to take accountability undermines any redemption arc, leaving his storyline stagnant and unappealing. 26. Robyn's identity crisis and sympathy gambits. Robyn's narrative has shifted from a devoted sister wife to a figure grappling with identity loss. Her confessional admissions, "I'm struggling with my identity. I don't see my future anymore," reveal a woman mourning the collapse of her ideals. However, viewers remain skeptical of her sincerity, especially after she invoked her estranged father's absence to garner sympathy. Critics argue this tactic is a calculated effort to deflect blame for the family's breakdown, particularly as she continues to defend Kody's actions. 316. Fan demands, cancellation versus spin-offs. The call to remove Kody and Robyn from Sister Wives stems from their perceived irrelevance to the show's original premise. With Mary, Janelle, and Christine thriving post-divorce, Christine remarried in 2023, Mary runs a successful B&B, and Janelle advocates for financial independence. Fans argue the ex-wives' journeys are far more compelling. Screen Rant even proposed a spin-off for Kody and Robyn, such as Seeking Sister Wife, to explore their monogamous life separately, freeing the main show to focus on the women rebuilding their lives. 715. Viewers have also criticized TLC for platforming Kody's petty behavior, such as dragging out the Coyote Pass dispute. A Change.org petition titled "Cancel Kody and Robyn Brown" has gained traction, reflecting broader fatigue with their narrative. 12. Meanwhile, ratings have dipped as fans tune in primarily for updates on the ex-wives, whose segments are praised as fresh and empowering. 7. The show's uncertain future. As Sister Wives approaches its 19th season, its future hangs in the balance. Rumors of cancellation have circulated, fueled by declining viewer interest and the ex-wives' diminishing ties to Kody. A teaser for the 2025 season showed Robyn praying on the floor as Kody vowed to "save me and Robyn," a scene met with derision rather than empathy. 1113. Should the network heed fan demands, a reboot focusing on Mary, Janelle, and Christine could revitalize the franchise, while Kody and Robyn's exit might mark the end of an era defined by dysfunction. 1215.